Well, there you go. There you go. That's it. Finished. The album is finished. The album cycle's finished. Do I look at the camera or do I look at myself? I don't really know. I don't... Yeah. This entire video is me essentially ending this Asparagus era. Got my lovely little Asparagus there, which is miles away, and it's blue tacked on, which will fall off. Anyway, so yes, I don't really have much plans for this other than just, I don't know, just talk about Asparagus. I hope it doesn't I hope it doesn't like go for like 10 minutes, but it might do. We'll see, right? So yeah, basically, Asparagus. To put it straight, it was a shit time. God, it was shit. That cable's gonna break. Oh, it was a shit time. Yeah, no, it was definitely the worst album what I've ever... Not made. I started that sentence wrong. It's the worst time making an album. That's what I meant to say. It's the worst time making an album. Because nothing went right. Literally nothing went right. I had a few moments where things were like, she's gone pretty well. Great. I feel good about life. But then, yeah, the majority of the time it was just not going well. Like, all the songs had at least like 2 different versions before they got to the final version, where I just pressed forth with this idea I didn't really like and wasn't really working, which was not fun. But then, you know, I deleted everything and then started again, and then all would be well. So it would work, you know, it would be useful, because then I get that feeling once everything's deleted, I can like, right, okay, let's start again. Let's see how things go. And then from there, things would always go well. So that's what you want. But the majority of the time, it was a bit shit. Yeah, especially Rain. Rain went through the most, like, atmosphere and theme changes out of all of them. Yeah. So the whole era, so after the release and that, like, I like to have a nice big era, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to just release an album and I'm like, there's that, everyone goes listens to it for like, I don't know, like they click on it, think, yeah, that's fine, click off it and then whatever, and then that's it, forgotten about, and then move on to the next thing. I don't like doing that. I'm gonna have a drink of water now. And I don't like doing that. I like to, you know, keep things going, keep investment there. You know, so I had plans for things. Before the album was out, I was like, whoa, should I do a live show? Imagine that. So, you know, I was thinking just like sitting down and trying to proper logistically think out how I would do a live show and where I would do it. But then obviously coronavirus happened, so we couldn't do that. Sad times. Then the next thing was, music video. What a great idea that was. That was great. It made me feel great. Just did. Yeah, so that didn't go very well. Basically the crack was, I'd filmed it. I was just a spontaneous decision. I was like, should I just film a music video? I was like, yes, I shall. So I just filmed a music video. And it was kind of fun, kind of entertaining. It had a great theme around it. Basically, the song was always everything. It was always going to be the everything music video. But the idea was that things were going to visibly not be plugged in. So my mic, I'm singing into the mic, isn't actually plugged in. And that's kind of, you know, means certain things. Like I'm not able to reach. Yeah, I won't get into that bit of the song, but for those who know, they know. They think, they're like, oh yeah, oh I get that, oh that makes sense. So it's okay. So yes, so I tried once, and then I like rendered it for ages, and I watched it, and it just wasn't synced up, and I was like, and I cancelled it because I gave myself a few days to release it in that. It's not 5 minutes already, Jesus. So I gave myself like a few days to release it, when that wasn't the right thing to do. So I thought, right, okay, that's like cancelled. Got in a hissy fit over that. And I was like, right, okay, I'll try again, but next week. It'll be next Saturday, 12 p.m. Yeah, so then I worked through it. I edited for ages. It was kind of fun. Things were kind of working. It's always nice seeing things come together. Got a bunch of random videos and yet put them together exactly how you want them to be. And it was looking great. Honestly, it just was. It was such a cool concept and that I had. It was literally just me running around in my bedroom. But whatever. And then I got the first verse was a bit bland. It was just me sat in bed doing nothing. So then I did some shots of my keyboard, which is over there, and my microphone, which is in this box this laptop sat on, which my phone is sat on, but whatever. Yeah, and I kind of fleshed it out, and things were looking great. They just were. I had this cool sliding effect that I had for when it's the pre-third chorus, that bit, which I love that bit. That's such a good fucking bit. Well done, mate. That's shit good. So for that bit, and then I was like, me, but then the piano would slide in of me playing the chords, which I played wrong in the shot because I got confused. But no one would have noticed. It's okay. So yeah, then I tried to release that, but the issue that I kept having was when because the fucking software would lag to shit. Like it just would. Impossible to work with. I've since found out how to rectify that situation, which would have been handy a month or so ago, but whatever. So yeah, so I couldn't really proper tell if it was all synced up on that. So yeah, so I released it. No, I didn't release it. Yeah, so I rendered it out and it was like, oh fuck, still isn't good. Still isn't synced up, gosh. So I kept rendering it and like going back and tweaking it by slight seconds and milliseconds and that, and then rendering again. Rendering would take like 2 hours. So I was sat there doing shit all, waiting for the damn thing to render to then find out it was shit. And it wouldn't change, it would never change. I'd change it, I'd edit it different, but then it just wouldn't change in the render. And gosh, it was annoying. Put me in a bad place. And then, yeah, the ignore everything situation happened, where the original idea for that was, right, okay, what we'll do is I'll just write a little thing on the piano. You know what I mean? Just a little summit. About a minute or something long. I'll put like a weird EQ effect on it where it was all like, yeah. And then I thought, oh, better idea, we'll have the everything chord progression that I've got, which would make sense because the issue was the everything music video. So if I have the chord progression from everything, it's genius. Then I thought, well, how about instead of doing that, why don't we just kind of rejig the entire song? Oh, like what I did for the Black album after Starboy's release last year, where I took 4 songs off the Starboy record and kind of stripped them down. I basically copied the Twin Up Arts location sessions, is what I did there. But hey, what are you gonna do? And then obviously More Than a Cuddle was the thing. That was great. So that ended the era. Well, More Than a Cuddle, Black, ended the era. I was Starboy, and now here I am ending Asparagus. That's mad. Anyway, so yeah. So then I was like, right, I'll just do that again for everything. So I had that idea like in bed at like 10 o'clock when I went to bed. And then I was like, right, okay, I'll do it. So it was Friday night, scheduled for a Saturday 12 p.m. release. So I had to write the lyrics to it, and I had to essentially produce the song. Giving myself loads of time. It's what you want. So yeah, so I had that. I was then in bed and I was thinking, right, I need to write the lyrics now because I won't have time tomorrow. I got up at like 7 a.m. to like edit, like make the song and record the song in my, you know. So I was like, right, I'll write the lyrics now. So what I did is, because I obviously didn't have anything to write off of, like I didn't have any music to listen to thing, I used the instrumental version that I've got on YouTube for me for when I recorded the original song. If you know what I mean. So I had the instrumental version of everything on YouTube for when I recorded the actual vocals for it months ago. So I'll use that. Granted, it won't be the same kind of sounds and that, essentially. Like, I'll strip it back a bit, but the beat will be the same, the chords and that will be the same. So then that's kind of what I wrote off. One thing I regret writing about that song is in the bridge of it, I kind of turn the issue back onto myself, and I'm like, no, never mind, I'm the problem. I mean, I'm not here to throw shade. Like, I'm really not. But looking at it, did I have to write that bridge that way? I mean, come on. But yeah, the thing is about writing that bridge is that's how I was like, I was in bed. So that's when I'm most vulnerable, if you will. You know, it was at night, it was dark, I was alone. Oh. So that's when my brain starts to lose its shit. That's fuck hell. That's when shit hits the fan. So I was feeling the lyrics whilst writing them. So then I guess for the bridge I just felt like, oh, never mind, it's my fault. Sorry everyone. So hence why I wrote the bridge as I wrote it. Yeah, what are you gonna do? And then I dropped it. I was 10 minutes late. It was 12 when the song was finally released. And to be fair, I thought that was a pretty good fucking job. You know, I started from like, I wrote the lyrics in bed at like 1 in the morning, something like that. Oh no, it was like midnight. I wrote the lyrics or like 11. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the specific times, but whatever. Late in bed. That's what I'll say. And then I thought, shit, it needs an album cover on that. It just so happened that I had a memory on my Google Photos of that photo of me going like in drama. So I thought, fuck it, I'll use that. Why not? So yeah, the cut round me when I cut it out to erase the background isn't great, but it was like really early in the morning. So don't even at me. So yeah, then I woke up the next morning, ran downstairs, had my breakfast, nom 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 nom, came upstairs, sat for like ages, and it was kind of fun. There's a certain element in the song Everything in the chorus where you've got this little kind of like pad of it going, kind of following the chord progression on that. And then you are my everything too. For that bit, when I'm singing that bit, it like goes to describe it. You know what I mean? I don't know if to notice that. But when I met that, I thought, fuck, that's sick. And my dad came in, I was like, hey lad, just listen to this. So he'll just listen to that stem by itself of the kind of like it's starting off over there, and then it like, in terms of panning, that's what I mean by it's in that ear, and then it kind of it goes, you know what I mean. So yeah, and he thought that was like proper sick. So that got played up more in Ignore Everything because it was more stripped back, so there was less things going on in it, meaning that was more prevalent, and it's just good. It just is good. If you went back a year ago and said to me while I'm making shit on my iPad, I'm like, hey, in a year's time you're making this, I'd be like, fuck, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? It just is. Yeah. And the beat, I changed the beat around. Well, no, it's the same beat throughout, just like the original. So it's the same. Yeah, I don't need to do it. You know what it sounds like. So I did that. But I did that on kind of more electronic drums, which is kind of what I'm working with now. Knock someone over. So yeah, I'm going with less. Well, I say less live drums. I'm not doing live drums at all now. I'm making more. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Spoilers. Anyway, so yeah, so that beat is essentially a more stripped back version of where I'm going in the future. Basically. So you can look forward to that, I guess. And then yeah, I released it, and I was like, pretty good. I felt good about it. I felt like, yeah, That got shit off my chest. That's what you want. And I listened to it, and it's granted not that exciting of a song, if you will. There's nothing major going on about it, apart from the bit where like it rises up to the final chorus and then it just fizzles away. Like the final chorus doesn't happen like what it does on the original. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's nothing super musically interesting. But I still just like listening to it. I'm just like, whoa, it's kind of funky, kind of groovy. So that's good. And the way I'm looking at it now is its content. I want to fill the errors with interesting things to keep people interested in what I'm doing. Otherwise, I release an album and no one gives that much of a shit. And then that's it. That's all that ever comes of that. So I like to keep shoving it down people's throats. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. Also, accidentally spent 50 quid on the entire record. Yeah. I got my bank statement and I was looking through, like, okay, 50 quid. Where's that come from? I was like, what the fuck? I haven't spent 50 quid on anything. What? I then looked, and when you upload things to this thing I've signed up to, it's like my record label, where it gets you on Spotify and that, and all the other music platforms. It was 15 quid at the start of the year, for the entire year, which I thought was pretty good. But when you upload something, so when I uploaded the album, not Preacher, when I uploaded the album, there was these optional extras, and I didn't know what they meant. I thought, they had this little bracket with this price on it, I thought, that's what I get. Don't know why I thought that, but I thought, yes, I'll make money. So I clicked them all without realising that it did actually cost me £50. So that's a sad time. Lol. So there's a fun little banter for you. Yeah, I think this is, for fan wise, for you guys, pretty good cycle. There's been many interesting things going on. And when I take myself out of it, I'm like, yeah, I've done a lot. You know, there's a lot of content to this. I'll look through my YouTube channel in like a few years' time or whatever I'm doing then. But I'll just see all these green and white thumbnails and that. I'm like, yes, I did many things then. Pretty good. Yeah, I already went way longer than what I wanted to. I'm at 18 minutes and 1 second. Fuck it. If you've made it this far, good on you. If you haven't, oh well. Yeah. So basically, this is the end of the era. So my laptop wallpaper can change. A bunch of little things that are knocking about can change. I've got my Asparagus display, which you can't see because it's over there, and the CD's there. Oh, that's really hard. There you go. There it is. Yay! And I've got this hat, which I made a hat. It's just a £1 hat with some green tape on it and a Sharpie thing. But yeah, so basically that's it. I'm going to stop like putting the little Asparagus logo at the end of things. My private story is going to change name and that. And I will no longer talk about music. You know what I mean? Like, I'll no longer, yeah, like just talk about it in general. If I get asked a question, I'll be like, I don't know. Even though I probably will know. We're in that stage again after this. So right now, the era's still going. As of midnight on Wednesday the 10th, because that's when the album came out, the 10th, April 10th. Pretty good, pretty good. 2 months after, April, January, February, March, April, May, June. We're in June, right? The 6th. 6th is June, yeah. So 2 months, exactly 2 months after Asparagus' release. This album cycle is finished. So yeah, so midnight Wednesday, that's it done. This video is it being done as doornail. Pretty good. So yeah, I have started new things. I started new things before the album even came out, which is rare for me. Like I have like before the album came out, I had a full image in my head of what I wanted the next one to be. I had a name, the album cover, the track list, well, as in like the amount of tracks. The style I want to go for, and this record, the next one, has a sound to it. It's got a, I'm not going to give details away, but it's, I'm giving some of the shot here, and it got a great concept as well, and the great concept fits with the sound I'm going for. I'm just hyped. I just am. It's gonna be well sick. Yeah, I've got things planned out. Like a lot planned out. As it, things are planned out enough that I might as well have like be at that stage where I'm releasing it. Like that's how much I know. I know a lot about what I'm doing next, which has never happened before. It takes me a good few months to then start creating again. But I've got like a shit ton of files on my laptop that are rather exciting, shall we say. I've actually got like many projects that are like in the beginning stages. Some are actually like pretty close to being done already. Yeah, just for a little tickle, just to keep you tickled. I'm aiming for around September, October-ish for something, for one thing. Not the fucking album, I can't make it in that. Honestly, I hate when people say, oh, have you got an album out? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. It took us 6 months, I think 6 months, off the top of my head, 6 months to make Asparagus. And that was 5 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, 6, because I got track 7, which came out a couple of days ago. Well, yeah, so there's 6 tracks essentially, and then 7 came along. And that took 6 months. So either another EP take another 6 months, or so, or a full LP that will take 9 months. It took to make Starboy. So we could be looking another 9, 10, 8 some months for a full LP. So yes, no. When that September thing comes around, don't be asking us, is there an album coming out? I'm like, no, the fucking isn't. And also, you release singles before an album. You don't drop an album. You release singles to get the hype up. Then you drop the album. The album is like next year. The album is like 2021. That's what I'm going with. Probably. Yeah. So yeah, so there you go. Things are looking like I'm fucking excited for the next thing. Like I really am. Whereas for Asparagus, I wasn't excited. I wasn't as hyped and like, oh, I love this. This is why I love this is why I love doing this. And I didn't get much of that for Asparagus. It has been a shit time. Really has. But one thing to take away from Asparagus is to still the most used phrase in the Randy Orton Edge storyline. That's still going on apparently. It's gave me grit. Grr. You know, like don't give up. Because there's been many times through this where it's easy to just have given up and just stop everything. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not having it. And maybe other people would have done, but I didn't. You know, the music video, right? That was Dead in the Water once, and that was, Dead on Arrival I think works better there. It was Dead on Arrival once, and then again, and then a third time, when a few weeks ago I was like, right, fuck it, I'm trying this again. Got new software, fucking same fucking issue. But I've since learned how to rectify that. Lol. But yeah, so that after 3 tries, and I still hadn't gave up. And in fact, I then shot an entire new music video on Thursday. Today's Saturday. I think that's pretty good. Do we all agree that that is actually pretty good? Like, credit where credit... Like, I don't have faith in myself. I don't like myself. I don't know, you know. I don't like myself sometimes. I say sometimes. I don't take pride in things I do. I'll try not to open that door, because I'll go in it and I'll be there for ages. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I did a cool, and I should get at least some recognition for that. For me doing a cool, because that is pretty cool. After 3 tries of Summit, and I still managed to release it with like 4 days to go. I think that's pretty good. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud I've done that. I didn't, because if I had left the error and not have made that music video, it would have just been, oh, just a little sour taste there, just a little. But I did it. I did it. I did the album. I did. Oh, come here, son. Hey, shut you, because that. Okay. But I did it. And it's on CD. You've got CDs of this. You've got this in your houses. So you know, I did it. I think that's pretty good. Oh, how long? 26 minutes. Fucking solid. Yes, if you made it this far, then good on you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you haven't, well then there you go. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. That's the album wrapped up. That's the album done now. Well, not now actually, because it's Saturday for me. Wednesday, when you're watching this, yes, it is finished. It is. I've got a few more days left yet. But technically, what's that beep? Nothing. It's fine. So yes, technically, the album is finished. Is it done? Technically, don't hit the hat. I actually kind of like the hat. CD, that's going to live on a shelf. It's not even on a shelf. That's how bad it is. It's not even on a shelf. But it's done. On to bigger and greater things. Fuck, I'm so excited for the next thing. So yeah, I'm not going to really reveal the. I've already really revealed too much on that anyway. But yeah, I'm just going to keep rambling on now. So I'm going to just end it now. Also, I know you've texted us and I haven't replied for 27 minutes and I do apologise greatly for that. I don't like not texting you back. Because that's sad, because I like texting you. I'm still here. What am I doing? Just rambling on. What do you want? I'll down this for you guys. As if I haven't done already. Done enough already. Whatever. Bye, Asparagus. Oh, Jesus. Mind that. I'll edit that out, it's okay. Bye, Asparagus. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. Some of you. Bye.